So another feature that we have is as well in the black generation, and for that I will load another measurement data, multicolor data. So when I load a 7 color measurement data here and go to customize, you'll see the following. First, in the color generation section, I will move to auto here, you'll see that our black point visualization is different now to version 4. We are showing all the channels with a preview of the real channels that are used. So these are the LAB values displayed to your monitor here, so that you can see which colors are really used. And we show as well in which black calculation mode you have an influence on the black channel. In auto, we calculate everything ourselves, so there's not much influence in here. Going back to balance CMYK, you'll see that you have influence to change black, orange, green, and blue in this example here. And with custom, you have the option to change everything according to your liking. So the nice feature that we've added here is that with some multicolor data, it might be that adding the multicolor parts to the black point will give you an advantage. For example, if I put in, let's say, 70% blue into the equation, then the curves will be calculated. So we'll show as well that here there's a blue curve adding to the gray balance. And we can see here in the LAB values that we show here that adding the blue will make the L star values darker, meaning you get more contrast. And that's a nice thing, because the black point and the contrast will give you more vibrant colors, more details in the black point, and that's a nice functionality. And in some multicolor data, this is quite helpful to be able to adjust how the black point is calculated. Typically, we won't use a magenta, green, or blue in this example of a 7 color space for the black point calculation. But in case you want to use that, you can put in some values here, and you'll see directly what the impact is in LAB. I will switch this off just to show you again how it was before. So we had a 21 versus 17.4, which is indeed a tremendous improvement on the contrast side. Another new thing is that we not only show the curves, so the separation curves that are used, but as well we show the gamut of what the separation curves in your settings will have an effect on. So let's see here, that's our gamut, and we show as well the gamut volume in lab units. What will happen if I reduce the black width? Now let's have a look. So I reduce the black width, and you'll see, okay, I get some reductions here in the gamut. I'll see as well my gamut volume is smaller than it was before. I'll switch back. I can see, okay, I have a much larger gamut volume. What about changing this to 0? Okay, I can see I'll lose a little bit of the contrast in that area, in that dark black point area. So we can see, okay, adding 70% here will increase my contrast, and therefore as well my ability to have more details in the black point area. So this new gamut feature is very helpful because it helps us to distinguish which effects a certain separation method may have. It shows as well, for example, if I reduce or don't want to use the magenta, which effect that has on my gamut. Obviously, if I remove the magenta, a big chunk of my gamut will be not used. So I can do that here with that little gamut view, and it shows me directly which kind of influences had. The same thing is for a GCR amount, or for example, if I make a very strong change to the black start, so black should only start at the very latest point, which has a bad influence on my gamut. It shows as well what the black start has an influence on. So for example, if I set my black start to a very late point, I can see my gamut will suffer. So that's probably not a good idea. I'll better leave it here at that point. And I can see, okay, what influence do I have if I go to this setting here? It is a little bit smaller in the gamut size, but not such a big influence. So I can play a little bit with the settings to see how my gamut volume is affected from a separation setting that I want to use.